The Green Knight, directed by David Lowery, is considered to be by many to be 2021's greatest film. Known for its poetic filmmaking and visual storytelling, The Green Knight easily towers over other blockbusters released in 2021. So in this video, let's see what makes Green Knight so great. The Green Knight is an adaptation of the 1390 anonymous poem Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, which didn't go well during those times, but later was found to be a revolutionary piece in English literature because of its alliterative verse, the way it created an identity for the English language in an era where French reigned supreme, and reinventing the author myth with psychological depth and ethical complexity. During the 1390s, the honor of being a knight was dwindling because of the reliance of archers in armies and because of the collapse of the feudal system. Yet the five ethics of chivalry, namely courtesy, shame, honor, courage, loyalty to one's word, still remained because of its closeness to Christian values. When circumstances leads a knight to forego these five virtues, the knight could go through an existential crisis. His very identity is questioned. This is what is explored in Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. The movie The Green Knight is not just true to its source material but actually goes beyond it. The director, along with the cinematographer, uses a kind of cinematic language to communicate the inner workings of the hero's mind. His psychological traumas are well expressed through surreal imagery and poetic style. Dev Patel's performance as Sir Gawain actually enhances the movie experience. To understand the cinematography in this movie, check out this image. Here, the light comes through the window of the castle. There are no light sources inside the castle. Of course, it's obvious that there was no electricity back then, but many directors present the interiors of a castle as well lit, which is actually a flaw when it comes to historical accuracy. But here, the director uses these dark shadows to convey something much deeper. Yes, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight tackles one of the most deepest problems we face in our human existence: death and the fear of death. The Green Knight metaphorically represents both death and nature. Yes, green is the color of rot, as the movie suggests. As time goes by, all of the values and all of your experiences don't mean anything since you have to die. 100 years after your death, no one would care about what you stood for. Whether you are an ideal knight or not wouldn't matter anymore. The most cinematic part of the movie is when Sir Gawain goes into a dream state, imagining what would happen if he ran away from the Green Knight. He marries, has a son, goes to war, loses his son, and is going to die as an old man after being defeated in a major war. Once he realizes that he can never escape death, that gives him the bravery to be an ideal knight. The dream sequence actually reminds us of another movie, The Last Temptations of Christ by Martin Scorsese. Here again, the speculative dream sequence that's actually a temptation reminds Jesus Christ of his ultimate goal. Sir Gawain is thus Christ like in so many ways. He must be symbolically killed by the Green Knight in order to resurrect as a new being, as an ideal knight. The last line of the movie The Green Knight, "Off with your head," is actually a pun. It has two meanings: off with your head is cut off with your head. That suggests that his head is spared. Sir Gawain thus loses his ego head in order to gain his real head. Another great thing about this movie is its use of color palettes. Different colors are used to suggest different emotions and states of mind. Props in this movie also have certain symbolic value. The axe represents his destiny. The fox represents his doubt. And the girdle around his waist symbolizes his shame. To understand the symbolism of the girdle, I would like to quote from Valron Allen's essay in the book English Literature in Context. For Gwan, to be is to be a knight, and to be a knight requires an ethical code that extends beyond the battlefield or lives into the bedroom and private thought. Chivalry cultivates an entire psychology of shame at the fear of disgrace, and in the tale presents a knight who feels as much as he acts and whose thoughts occupy the center of the narrative. Inasmuch as the girdle betokens his shame, he might be said to wear his feelings on his sleeve, to turn affect into a badge of chivalric identity. So, what do you think about the movie The Green Knight? Write in the comments below. Thank you.